We're nearly to the end. Let's jump into play number 5 of Netflix and Chill. Let's go. Hello friends and welcome to the Marley Bird YouTube channel. I'm your Bycrafty bestie, Marley Bird, and I am so excited to teach you play number 5 of the Netflix and Chill Shawl. This is the shawl pattern that is available for free as part of the Tournament of Stitches 2026. As you know, there's also a VIP upgrade for the smooth jazz version or the shh, be quiet version, where you can then mix and match all of the different plays between the 3 different shawls and come up with a shawl that is 100% custom fit for you. But in this video, we're going to talk about play number 5 of the Netflix and Chill. So before we jump in with play number 5, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've completed thus far. Netflix and Chill Shawl began with this really great stitch pattern here that incorporated garter ridges. Then we went to play number 2, where we used stockinette stitch and reverse stockinette stitch to get these really great vertical columns. And the great thing about this one is you could work this side as the right side or this side as the right side. You had a choice of either one. Then we went to play number 3, and this one definitely upped your concentration level a little bit. This one is all about the texture. It's still just knits and purls, but we incorporated all the texture and you get a really lovely stockinette stitch diamond in the midst of all of this reverse stockinette texture happening. Then to tie in the reverse stockinette with the stockinette and bringing in some vertical columns again, play number 4 was all about these vertical columns with the reverse stockinette diagonal, which really mimics down here. It brings this texture down here, but then the vertical columns brings in what we have down here. So it's really mixing them all together. Knowing that we have been dealing with only knits and purls and knowing that there's a lot of stitches out there for knits and purls, but what's going to be the best stitch to add on to play number 4? And I genuinely think we came up with the best option. You ready to see it? Let's take a look. So with play number 5, we are going to incorporate seed stitch in the middle of these boxes that are divided up by reverse stockinette horizontal lines and stockinette stitch vertical lines that are also made to look like they weave amongst each other. Isn't that cool? So when you put that up against this, we have tied in all of the texture. We have our stockinette stitch, the reverse stockinette stitch. I mean, it looks so great with all of the patterns that we've chosen. And it's such a fun stitch to do. Honestly, as I was working this up, I had to stop myself and be like, okay, you've got to go film this video. So, because I just enjoyed knitting it so very much. And if we look at this compared to this chart here, if you were to take this red line and just move it out 3 stitches, that's what you're looking at over here. Okay, so we have our stockinette here, that's this edge, and then this stockinette right here, that's this edge, and everything you see in between here, that's what you're looking at, right? So here's the reverse, here's our seed stitch, here's a reverse, here's our seed stitch, here's a reverse, here's our seed stitch, and then I just did one more reverse, so that way I was balancing it all out to show you here. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's your stitch pattern. That's what it's going to look like. And it's super duper easy. It's just knits and purls. And honestly, using stitch markers to get started so that way you can get the first several rows completed and start to see the stitch pattern emerge, you're going to find that the repeat is really super easy to memorize. And one thing that helped me a lot is when I'm working on my seed stitch here, there are 4 bumps in either of the rows, and that's how I know I complete them. So for example, right here, as I was working along, if I start right here, I said 1, 2, 3, 4 bumps, right? And then if I go to the next one over, it's up 1, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bumps. So I knew that once I reached 4 bumps, Does that make sense? 4 bumps as I'm looking at the right side on my seed stitch. I knew in case I had lost track, oh, okay, look, I'm on that row now. I'm on that right side row. And so I knew that I would be working with my reverse stockinette. This is such an easy pattern. It's very addictive. You're going to find that it goes relatively quick, even though there's a lot of stitches on there. And you're going to be a little bit sad when it's all done. I promise you, you're going to be a little bit sad when it's all done. All right, everybody, I want you to go ahead, grab your work, grab your pattern, go and get started. I don't think you need me to actually show you how to knit and purl. You should know how to do that by this point. Remember, once again, that we do the chart and then we write the instructions, but using them together is the best way to make sure that there are no possible mistakes. We're still increasing down the center spine and along the wingspan, so all of that is the same. Just go have fun with this. Bring on home this Netflix and chill. You're going to have a good time with it. All right, I will see you at play number 6, which is where we will do our edging, which is so much fun. I cannot wait for you to see the edging. It's fantastic. And then the last thing from there is just to wash and block your shawl. So you are almost done with this. You are so close. Don't give up now. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.